Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. So Chris is not with me. He's at work. So it's just going to be me and y'all going into the store today. I thought about not doing a grocery shop this week and just putting that money back into savings. But a little birdie told me that Food Lion had a really good deal on turkey. Like the big, huge frozen turkeys for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to go in here and check it out. There's a $35 minimum purchase. So I have a very tiny list of things that we need, like milk and stuff like that. So let's go in the store and see if we can check out their sales this week. All right, so I'm hoping to also find some good markdowns on meat. We don't have a lot of freezer space at the moment because we are still eating through that half cow, but I'll eat it this week or figure something out. So they do have sweet potatoes on sale for 33 cents. I think I'm gonna come back and grab some if that's what I'm missing for that under $35 total. And then they have Pepsi's buy one get one. I already looked at the ad before I came in here, but they do have Pepsi's buy one get one. And we are going camping in Charleston, South Carolina in a couple of weeks, and I'm gonna bring some like sodas and stuff, and we're like gonna have a bunch of friends and family get together. And so I do want to try to find as much stuff as that on sale as I can, so we're not spending a whole lot of money, and hopefully it'll just be gas and food costs. So I'm gonna run through the meats. Ooh, I do see some markdowns. Let me show you. This is what I was talking about in my last video about buying markdown meats. See how it was originally $16.10, but then it's on sale this week for $12.58. I can't see the price per pound on it. And then go on down, and it ends up being, when they mark it down, they mark down from that sale price. So then you get $10.06. So it looks like it's 7.3 pounds and $1.43 a pound. So this is cheap for pork right now in my area. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that, and we will cook this up for dinner tonight. I really do hate how loud their coolers are. I'm hoping, in case you didn't see my community post, oh, there's chicken too. We are gonna be monetizing our YouTube account, and I am like, I'm just so excited for that. And so once I get that monetization going, I'm gonna get a better camera and a better microphone. So hopefully this will be one of the last videos that you'll hear some like crazy loud sounds, and we'll be able to get it looking a lot better. So these are Purdue. This is still, looks like $2 pounds, $5 a pound. Is that what that's saying? Wish I could see it. Yeah, because look, $6.79 a pound. There's no way. All right, so we're skipping those. That's not worth it. All right, so there's a lady over there at the turkeys. So I'm gonna kind of swing back by and get them, but they're 39 cents a pound, and it's like up to, like, I think they're around 10 pounds. So that's such a great deal on meat that I just cannot pass that up. Even if I have to thaw it out and cook it this weekend, like, we'll do that. All right, so I'm gonna just grab a thing of milk while we're here because we are out of milk. We go through stages where we don't drink milk at all, and it'll end up going bad, and I use it in the garden. I just throw it out wherever my tomatoes are gonna be planted. And then, but then we go through stages where, like, we use milk all the time. And so this is one of those weeks where we actually used an entire gallon in like a week. So, get a gallon of milk. All right, so these are those turkeys. Let me turn you around. All right, so look at this, $5, $6. That's amazing. That's so much meat. So because Chris, it's just basically me and Chris eating now, I'm not gonna get the biggest one. I used to go for the biggest one, but I am gonna go for one of the smaller ones. You know, I might even just go for this $5 one, $5.24. 13 pounds of meat for $5. Like, you cannot beat that. Oh God, I don't have Chris here to help me carry stuff. So I think I'm only at like $17, and you've got to hit the $35 in order to get that price on the turkeys. So I know there's a deal on Gain with one of the digital coupons, so I'm going to pick up one of those. I've already got the coupon clipped, and I'm going to add that to the stockpile. And then we are out of paper towels, and there was a coupon on that too, and I've clipped a digital coupon. I've clipped it. Like I said last time, I rarely shop here, so I'm still kind of learning this store. But I did, when I was online looking at their digital coupons, I did see where like if you buy like so much in certain departments each week, they do give you like coupons off for the next time you shop. So it's like if you spent $20 in canned goods, you get like $3 back. And so I think I'm gonna try to start shopping here a little bit more often and see if it ends up being cheaper than Publix. Well, not Publix, but Ingles and Walmart. We'll see. I cannot find their paper towels. All right, let me see if I can find them. All right, so the coupon was right here for these bounties, and so it was $14.89. The $2 off coupon making it $12.89 for 6. But just because there's a coupon doesn't mean that it's going to be the best deal. So we know that this is a 6 double roll for $12.89. So I'm just going to zoom through and see if there's anything a little cheaper. So like this one would be $15.49 and you get 12 double rolls, which for $2 more you're getting more. So that might be the way we go. Yeah, that's gonna be it. So instead of 12 something for the 6 rolls, you can spend $3 more and get 12 rolls, double the rolls. So always look and compare. Always look and compare if something is going to be cheaper per, or you get more for just a little bit more money. Got to kind of do the math. It sucks, but got to do the math, y'all. All right, I'm going to throw these in the buggy. That's 15 plus 19. Still not at that $35 mark yet. I think I'm going to go with those sodas just because we're not huge soda drinkers, but when we go camping and hang out and stuff like that, we usually like to bring at least a 12 pack. So I'm gonna go look at the BOGO sales on that, add that in, and then that should be $35. Hopefully, we'll see. All right, let's go to the sodas. Okay, so all of these are buy one, get one. Does it look like there's a limit of 4? So we like $20 for 4 packs. Sodas have gotten so crazy expensive. So I think I'm just gonna get 4 packs, and that should be plenty for us to take down there and have some to share with everybody. And this stuff is so good. Sodas are so bad, but oh, they have a 0 sugar one. I'm gonna grab that one. They only had one of the 0 sugars, so we'll get cherry Pepsi. Ooh, they have wild cherry Pepsi. Get one more regular Starry, so that should be plenty. And then I forgot to calculate the gain with us, what we got earlier, so that should be way over $35. I'm probably at like $45, $50. So let's go check out, see what the damage is. That's crazy.
Please check your basket. Scan a dish, insert cash, or select payment type.
Okay, so there was all the coupons off the gain, the turkey. I forget what that one was, but yeah, there's a bunch of. Okay, cool. Brought it down to like half. Okay, so I had to go back and look at the receipt because I was like, what is that $1.50 that come off? And I'm thinking that it's the paper towels because it says like premium TWL, whatever, 12DR. And so I'm assuming that that is the paper towels. Okay, that's what made it the 15 something. It was a coupon or a savings. So yeah, so we got $125 worth of stuff for $64. So that was a great deal. That turkey, crazy good deal. I mean, you cannot beat $5 for that much meat. All right, time to head back home. I may swing into the other stores to check and see if they have markdowns. But like I said, Chris was already like, we don't have a lot of room left in our freezer. So I'm going to go ahead and stop myself right there because I'm going to go in here and see if there's any more penny markdown meats. I did look over the ad and I didn't see anything spectacular, but there was a couple of produce things that were on sale, like celery and collard greens. So I do want to pick some of those up for this weekend's food. And I didn't really see anything else. I did want to bring up, someone mentioned in a comment that asking like how much gas I waste doing this. And one, it's never a waste if you're preparing your family and building your pantry up. But two, I always plan out my trips. So we live far-ish from a town. And so I always plan out my trips on like the furthest place I need to go back toward the house. And so I always make sure that I'm doing everything as much as possible to save gas and to get every trip done in one day. So that way it's not a waste. All right, so there's supposed to be collards and celery. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, these are the ones that are on sale, but there's not a tag. I'm gonna grab some up anyways, and when we check out, we'll make sure that the price comes off of this, because I don't want to pay that for it. And the same thing with the celery. Let me go back and look at the ad and see which one it is. I remember one year these were marked down to $1, and I bought up so many of them, and we canned cranberry juice, and we also did like, you know, cranberry jam jelly, and seeing them at this price is like grosses me out. I wish they would mark them back down to $1, because I would buy them, so many of them. Okay, so I'm assuming it's this. It's supposed to be $1.43, but I'm gonna grab one, and then like I said, we'll just make sure when we check out that price comes off of it. And I screenshotted the ad, so if we need to show the cashier, we will. So this is why we say always run down the aisles, because you never know what will be in the aisle and not like in the ad. So they do have beans for 58 cents. So I'm gonna grab a couple of cans of giant lima beans for sure. Grab a couple of cans of these, and then I think maybe a couple cans of black beans. I prefer home canned ones, but we'll get what we can get for now. It's a couple cans of black beans and a couple cans of black eyed peas, because these are Chris's favorite vegetable. So, alright, we're finally making it to the meat department. I know obviously I skipped the cow because we have so much in the freezer. Don't see anything. Special today on chicken. $1.58 a pound. Oh, y'all, check it out. 98 cents a pound on chicken legs. Chris doesn't really like chicken legs, so I don't buy them up as often. But for 98 cents a pound, he's gonna eat them. So I'm gonna grab up a couple of these. We'll do 3 packs. And so, I mean, you can't beat, not $1.98, 98 cents a pound. So $1.95 for the whole pack. So these are gonna go in the freezer. And here's another one, chicken thighs, $1.28 a pound. So I'm gonna grab up a couple packs of these. And then, since there's just usually Chris and I eating, I'm gonna go home and put these in the food saver and vacuum seal them. And then these will be split up. I mean, this is a good 2, 4, 6 meals. Maybe, well, I'll say this is like 2 meals, since I'm packing for Chris's lunch again, and I'll split them up that way. So, I mean, 2 meals of meat for, $2 each. It's a good deal to me. Definitely have the feeling that I'm gonna have to go home and reorganize the deep freezer. Hopefully make some room. We are, like I said, going camping in Charleston, and so I'm planning on supplying the hamburger meat for our Wednesday night meal when we're all down there. So I'm gonna bring like 17 pounds of hamburger meat out of the freezer, and that should hopefully clear out a good amount of space, hopefully. But I think if I reorganize the freezer in the house plus the deep freezer, I can fit this stuff. I'm talking myself up in the middle of the grocery store. They still have that cheese marked down. I'm gonna go check the butter price. And then I think that's all I'm gonna get here. Oh, I did pick up a loaf of bread because I don't have an oven to bake my own. So yeah, so cheese is still $1.50, but we still have some. It's the butter. Oh, they were frozen biscuits that Chris can use for work. So butter's still not marked down. Alright, I'm gonna grab him some orange juice and some frozen biscuits, and then we're gonna head to checkout. The most expensive juice on the market right now. It's insane, but the Because one thing he asks for every week is orange juice. So he works hard. Gotta give it to him. So here is that deal on those biscuits. So 12 count. It says you can get 6, but I know I don't have the room for 6. So I'm just gonna go with like 2, which is plenty for me and Chris. All right, so there is what the buggy is looking like. We're gonna head to checkout, and hopefully we're completely under this week's budget again, which will be awesome. All right, so the coupons did come off on the celery and the turnip greens, so crisis avoided. No, I'm just kidding. So our total for that was $44.07, which is great considering we've got like all that chicken. So lots of meat for cheap. This time of year is the year to stock your freezers. So don't miss out on these deals. Even if you can't find where your store does clearance, there's still going to be ham deals going on in the next few weeks. The turkey deals are going on right now. So now is the time to stock your freezers and canned goods too. So that brings our total, it was like $108 and some change. So that did bring us in under budget again for the week. So super proud. So now I'm going to head home, throw this Boston butt in the crock pot, and do some laundry. All right, we'll see y'all later. Bye.